Hello and welcome to Fox 2 Extra. I'm Chris Edwards. This morning, the power and fury of severe weather. This is severe weather season here in southeastern Lower Michigan. Do you know what to do if rough weather strikes your neighborhood? In the next half hour, tips to keep you and your family safe from one of nature's most powerful and destructive storms, a tornado. Plus, it can strike with little or no warning, and it can be deadly. This morning, we go to work to keep you safe when the lightning bolts begin to fly. Also, the amazing story of survival from this Michigan man. He was struck by lightning. Now his life will never be the same. But first on Fox 2 Extra, Michigan's mean season. As you know, our weather can change from tranquil to turbulent in just a matter of minutes. And during this time of year, that can spell tornado trouble. They're called twisters for good reason, often leaving behind nothing but twisted metal and debris in their paths. For some people, the awesome power and magnitude of a tornado lures them into danger, and that's exactly what happened here on this lake in Minnesota.
Tree just blew over. Wow, look at that tree over there. Look at that tree. Get away from the windows. Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Where's everybody?
Michigan is no stranger to tornadoes. This storm ripped through Anchor Bay in May of 1964. It virtually wiped out the entire town and scattered boats and debris as far as the eye could see.
About 4:45, I came out into the yard and started looking at the clouds and checking the area, and it got tremendously quiet. And then this roar started to come as if you had almost every airplane, I'd say, a Silver Shield trying to make a landing or take off. It was terrible.
Did you know what it was?
Yes, I did.
With the storm hitting in the early evening hours, many people were busy at home getting ready for dinner.
You can't explain what it was like or anything.
Were you in the house when this thing hit?
Yes, I was with my baby.
Could you tell us what happened to you?
Well, I saw the big wind coming up. I didn't know what was coming. And when I looked out the door, I saw something, a piece of a house or something fly past. I didn't know what it was. But I slammed the door and grabbed the baby and ran. I don't know where I was running or where I wanted to go or anything.
This tornado plowed through Hillsdale and Jackson counties in early April of 1974. 2 people were killed and more than 31 others were injured in the storm. Most of those injuries occurred in what's left of this mobile home park. 2 years later in Oakland County, this storm killed 1 and injured 55 people on March 20th. The tornado touched down in West Bloomfield, and most of the injuries occurred when cars were overturned at a major intersection. That storm, like most severe weather, happens when warm, moist air flows from the south and collides with colder, drier air from the north. When you throw in the right wind patterns thousands of feet in the air, you have a recipe for violent storms. Nearly all of our severe thunderstorms in Metro Detroit rake the area between April and September, with the peak of the season being June, July, and August. Exactly the months when the kids are out of school, days are long, and we're all trying to make the most of our fleeting summer days. Sometimes we stay out, we really should hustle in.
2 tornadoes directly next to each other. Unbelievable!
More recently, most of us probably still remember the tornado that ripped through Hamtramck on July 2nd in 1997. It's by far the most devastating storm in that city's history. And even today, almost 3 years later, the scars and memories of that day remain.
I'm 70 years old now, and I've never seen anything like this in Detroit.
I could see the tornado. It was like blue flashes of light, and the wind, the sky just turned real dark.
This was a tornado. I have no doubt in my mind.
We were sitting in here, there was approximately 5 of us with the bartender, and 3 of the people left about 6 o'clock. And maybe about 10 minutes after 6, the wind blew. Bartender told me to duck. I said, why? I said, are you going to shoot me? And he heard the glass coming out of the coat room. And so he ducked down behind the bar. I ducked down on this side. And just as fast as he said duck, it was all over with. Next thing we did, we started looking around. There's water coming down out of the ceilings all over. And I went into the hall down the hall. I opened up the hall door, and the whole roof of the ceiling was off inside the hall. In my 6 years, I've never saw a storm like this in Hamtramck or Detroit. And I told the guys, when there was 5 of us here at the time, I said, that tornado will never hit here. I said, we're down in the hole of that there. I said, it's just going to blow right past us. Well, I guess that man upstairs said, you're wrong, gal. I think the whole city of Hamtramck came together after that storm. I mean, we were without power at my house 8 days before Edison finally got his power. So our food was spoiled and everything else. Everything in the refrigerator, freezers. Other than that there, I guess we lived through it, so we were the lucky ones.
Those pictures are a reminder of the awesome power of a tornado. And once a tornado develops and touches down, there's very little time to react. That's why having a plan in place before the storm hits is a matter of life and death. Meteorologist Rich Luderman walks us through a safety drill that could save your life.
Chris, as you know, the threat for severe weather is a very real possibility here in southeast Michigan. The safest place you can be in any storm is inside your home, church, school, or even a mall. Storm shelters like this one here at 12 Oaks Mall offer you one of the safest places to be in any kind of storm. Of course, the walls are made of concrete and mortar. There are no windows where flying glass could be a concern, but always remember to follow the directions given to you by the mall personnel. They want you safe, and we want you safe. With as unpredictable as lightning can be, you don't want to be on your phone, you don't want to be on your computer, and you definitely do not want to be near any window. Now, your vehicle is a very safe place to be during a thunderstorm. But if a tornado catches you in your car, you need to get out of the car as fast as you can and find a low-lying area to lay down in. That's what will keep you safe until the tornado passes. One of the worst places to be in a thunderstorm is near a creek or a stream. Thunderstorms can and will produce flash flooding. Remember, flooding is the #1 weather-related killer. Thunderstorms and golf courses never mix. Of course, the golf club is really just a lightning rod in disguise. A tree that you might want to hide under is a prime target for lightning, and the open spaces on a golf course offer you very little protection from Mother Nature. So if a storm is approaching, you want to get inside the logs as quickly as you can. If it's not possible, you want to get into a recessed area of the golf course and crouch down until the storm passes. Chris, back to you.
Thanks, Rich. You know, we're just getting started on Fox 2 Extra this morning. Coming up, within a split second, his life changed forever. Now this Michigan man shares his story of survival after being hit by lightning. It's a story that could save your life. Also, within minutes, a flood can devastate an entire neighborhood. In fact, we've seen it happen right here in Metro Detroit. When we come back, see how to spot the warning signs of a flash flood and learn what you need to do before it's too late.
Hi, I'm Cam Carmen. As we've seen, severe weather can and does happen every year in Michigan, especially during the peak summer months of June, July, and August. Knowing the difference between a watch and a warning can make all the difference in the world. When the National Weather Service issues a severe thunderstorm watch, that means conditions are ripe for severe weather. Be on the lookout for heavy rain, strong winds, and hail. A severe thunderstorm warning means severe weather is occurring or is about to move into your area. You should take shelter immediately when a warning is issued.